So it's the end of January, and I'm starting to see the memes about Happy New Year. And I was reading them because I was like, okay, it's end of January. What do you mean Happy New Year? And it's like, well, January's our free trial. So really our year starts in February. And I laughed and I'm like, oh yeah, great. Everyone loves a free trial. But then I was thinking about it. I was thinking about how much pressure we put on January to start off the year right, and we set our goals. And though I don't do New Year's resolutions, I do have goals for the year. Some of them that I'm hoping to get done by June, some that are in the fall, and then some that take me all the way through the year. And I have goals in every area of my life, the area of taking care of myself, to the area of finances, to the area of a relationship with my kids, and the area of, business, of course. Those goals are the easiest to create and go after. And I was thinking about, as we look at our goals, what are your goals for 2025? Are you on the right track? Are you heading towards your goals for 2025? We don't really get a free trial. The time that January is not if you need to restart, start again, recommit. We often underestimate how much we can get done in a year. We overestimate how much we can do in a day, but we underestimate how much we can get done in a year. So do what you got to do. But what I want to talk about today is those goals that you've set. And here it is, the end of January. And we kind of put a lot of pressure on ourselves that to just start them and get going. And then they start to wane as life happens. It's really funny. I have things that I, want to get done. And I feel like I'm always saying, well, that was my plan, but then life happens. That was my plan, but life happens. And then it's like, Tami, life always happens. And then I need to take a step back. Have you heard the term, you need to slow down to speed up? I want to talk to you about that today. So I was getting one of the things I do. I don't know if you guys have a Massage Envy or Hand and Stone around you. I love it. We have a Hand and Stone. Basically, it is a membership for one massage or a facial every month. And so by getting it, sometimes I accidentally skip a month, and so I'll have two. So I'll get a massage and then a facial back to back. Or sometimes right now I have a couple of, so I get to do a double massage. Well, I was doing January 1st. What a way to start the year. I did a 2-hour massage, which I've never done that before. And I love it. And probably won't be something that I do often, but every once in a while. And what a great way to start off January 1st, right? Everyone's sleeping in anyway. So we might as well get up and go and get a massage. And my girl, Kendall, she is amazing. She's not just your average massage therapist. And one of the things she was having me do is she was rubbing my back and around, because I've been having a little bit of pains, stretching pains and different things. And she's like, oh, you're not breathing. And I was like, what do you mean? I'm alive, so I am breathing. She's like, no. She's like, I can feel that you don't spend time deep breathing. She goes, you need to make it a point every evening. And I was thinking back and it's no, I've stopped doing that. I've stopped actually taking time to slow down enough to to do the belly breaths, all these things that when I was going to school and therapy, we had to practice because we had to do this with our clients. And back when I had, toddlers, and when I had young kids, we would sit and we would do it together to help calm down and to, it's just breathing in general. Yes, we breathe on our own. Thank the Lord, we don't have to remind ourselves to breathe. How many women would actually forget to breathe because you're so busy doing everything else for everybody else? But she's saying, I can feel the knots. And the only way to get those knots out are for you to spend some time deep breathing. And they hurt. She worked in, and I would breathe in really deep, and then she would work them out. And then she's like, okay, breathe out and hold it. And then she would work it out. And she's like, yeah, you need to breathe. And so that's what kind of prompted today's episode. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're listening too, it's time that we slow down to speed up. Our goals are wonderful. Those goals that you have that you crafted and you planned out and you put the why behind it, and you put your intention and you put your rewards, all the things, you've made them super smart. And those are all great. And at the end of the year, if you have your goals and there you crushed them and you don't have the life that you want to go with it, what's the point? And so I want to encourage you today. I have a couple of, I think just four steps. They're really simple, but four things you can do to slow down so that way you can speed up. Because once you slow down, when you take time to breathe, then you're able to get more things done. You're able to focus. And even since then, I try to spend 5 minutes every evening just consciously deep breathing. And during that time, that's when my mind wanders a little bit. That's why when my shoulders relax. And that's when I get some really good ideas or like an aha about, oh, this isn't even what I want. Like, let me try this instead. And so I'll write it down real quick so that way I don't forget it. But when you slow down, when you add margin to your life, that's when your not only your goals become clear, but the reasons why and the life you want with them come clear. Because what you want for 2025, if you are working so hard towards your goals and you forget all your people, what good is it? If you have a strained relationship with your child or your partner or your sister, like I haven't talked to my sister and my friends on Marco Polo in a while, and it's time. It's time that I actually put that on my calendar and build that in a little bit more. And so that is part of my goals is I want to build a deeper relationships. I want to go back to the connection piece. My business is amazing and I love it and it's growing and I cannot wait to share with you all of the things that I have for you. All the things that I have planned with you in mind. First of all, have you taken my self-awareness quiz? Because it has been clear that when you understand yourself, when you know how God wired you, you're able to shine your light. You're able to step in and align your decisions, align your values, align the energy that you have with going with the right things if you understand how God wired you. So even self-awareness here, it is one of the selfless things you can do because when you understand how you're wired, what your strengths are, then you can serve out of abundance instead of lack. You can serve out of your gifts instead of your weaknesses. You can serve in a way that's yours and you're not going to be taking something like let Susie serve in her gifts and you serve in yours. And so this quiz, TamiImlayCoaching.com/quiz. It's 7 questions. It takes you probably maybe 3 minutes, maybe, but it will start you on the track and understanding, okay, how do I want to grow this year? And then I would just love to know your thoughts about it because it is new. I'm still testing it out, but I have done a lot of research to craft the questions and to really point it to what stage you're in and what you can do to grow. So that's the first thing. Like I've been working on that for a while. I've been talking about it and finally it is out. TamiImlay.coaching.com/quiz. So part of slowing down is understanding our needs, understanding our desires, understanding what our zone of genius is. And if we don't slow down to recognize it and to see it, to start discovering it, we're going to speed through life. We're going to get the goals, but then what does it mean? Success to me is not enough. I want significance. And I know that you do too because you've told me. I know that you do too because you want to make the impact. You want your lives to matter. Well, if you don't know what matters to you, how are you going to know if you got it or not? How are you going to know if it's the right direction? And so I really want you to like embrace this today and think about how you can slow down to speed up. And so I'm going to give you 4 simple things. And even in this, you get to decide what it looks like each of these steps. And the first one is take time to start your day. Intentionally begin. And whether it's in prayer, which is what I try to do, sometimes it's an hour and a half before I'm like, oh, I haven't prayed today. But intentionally taking time to pray, to read, if you start your day slower, which means that you may have to get up 10 or 15 minutes earlier. So that way you can, before the kids wake up, before all the things happen, you can go a little bit slower. It's so interesting to me because time passes at Well, I do feel like time as you get older, time passes faster. And I think it's because we have more responsibilities. I think because we understand the concept of time more, we have more things to do. Also, because we rarely stop to see where we are. And so the only way to slow time down is to be present. And so when you take time in the morning to be present, to start your day, then your day will start at like it will already slow down for you. So you can experience your day instead of just racing through it. So whether you are, praying, whether you are reading, whether you are, like taking a couple minutes to take a few deep intentional breaths. So you get all of the old stale breaths out, like oxygen out of your system and that carbon dioxide and carbon, like all the things, all the things. And so just taking a few moments. And again, you don't need to just need to be an hour long. 5 minutes. If you take 5 minutes to slow your day down, it will change the course of your day. It will slow your whole day down. Even if you're going to have to push fast forward, at least you have done what's important to you. The second thing is what matters most to you throughout your day. What matters most? Is this one of the days that you are, you have something to do with your kids or you want to show up to something that they're doing? Or is this the day that you have to focus on work so that way later in the week you can focus on your family more? Like whatever matters most for this day, own it. Tell yourself and then give yourself the grace that the other, like what can fall off? What do you not need to focus on? Because we can't focus on everything every day. We can't make everything a priority. And so when you look at what matters most to you today, also what matters most to you at the end of the year, and then because you have to build that in. A lot of times, because we take for granted what matters most to us, we don't like our families or our relationships are going out. Like this morning, I went and had breakfast with my girlfriends that I haven't seen in a while. And yes, the day's busy and I had so many things to do. And yet I knew that that was the most important thing for this morning. So took my daughter to school who was running late. And yes, we do homeschool. It's through a code. So this is the one day she goes to her community day. Yes, the one day a week. And we were late, but it's okay. She needed extra love this morning, which means that I took a call. I listened to a call while we were driving. I helped her take care of things. But by understanding what matters most, I can see that like, okay, these key things can set down. And so when you look at what matters most to you, don't take for granted that you automatically know or that you're automatically stepping into those. Because a lot of times we won't do those. We think that we have time later. Our later boxes are really full. So if you don't have them built in, it won't happen. The next one is recognizing your small wins at the end of the day or during out the day. Like if you do something, you're like, okay, no, this thing fell completely. And yet my daughter needed me. I made the right choice in this moment. And I know you're thinking, okay, of course your child needs you. You can do the right thing. Like you'll do it. But there's times that I'm like, shoot, I had an opportunity and I handled it wrong. Well, this one I knew, because typically my son will get up, I will drag him out of bed so he can take her to school on Friday morning so I can take a call. And this morning I knew that that was not the right thing, that he would not have been nice to her. And especially since she's really emotional this morning. And so I was like, okay, no, I will change with my normal plans. And I'm really sitting in that and proud of myself because I could have easily said, okay, just get in the car and go. But no, she needed the extra tender love and care. And so I gave it to her. And so that to me is a win. There's two other things that didn't happen today, and that's okay. Recognizing the small win allows me to see, because I am also one that if I have things that needed to get done, I'm disappointed in myself if I didn't do it because I've let myself down so many times. I'll say I'll do it and then I'm not able to. But this time I knew it was an intentional choice because I already knew it mattered to me and I took time to recognize it. So don't underestimate this. So these are small things, but I'm telling you, if you want to have the life that you want of joy, of peace, of fulfillment, of impact, of significance, then you've got to label what those things are. And so in the last one that I have for you is just to end your day well. Just like you started slow, give yourself time to end your day well. Whether it's your facial, like, I love doing my end of day skincare routine. I will typically make it a ritual instead of just getting it done. I will do my little gua sha, like my little jade gua sha. And do I see results? I don't know, but it makes me feel good. It's part of taking care of myself and slowing down and thinking about my day. I will pray in the evening and just show gratitude for my decisions and ask for grace for things that I knew I was supposed to do and didn't. And we're just by ending the day well, you're going to slow down to speed up because then that also clears the clutter of what's important and what's not. Then you also can look and say, okay, how did I push forward on my goals this year? How did I step into who I'm called to be? How was I the mom that I wanted to be? How was I the partner that I wanted to be? How was I the friend that I wanted to be? And by giving yourself that grace and just being grateful for the day and taking time to deep breathe so that way you can get all of, again, that stale energy out of your body. We know meditating is important and you can meditate like on the word day and night, like hide it in your heart. And this is a great time to do it. If you don't slow down to do it, it doesn't happen. How many times have we said, we're going to, I want to memorize this, but if you don't make time to do it, it doesn't. So this could be the time that you do things like that. And so I just wanted to share this today. And that's pretty much what I had for you. I was like this idea of slowing down. There's many times like I had to learn this the hard way that because I am a doer. I just want to get things done. I want to go to the next thing. And I was doing, but I was not taking care of myself. I was not taking care of my people. I was not taking care of my clients. I was not connecting with God either. And so by slowing down, asking myself some questions of what I want and how do I get it, then I was able to actually achieve a lot more because I got rid of the things that didn't matter and I was able to see what things lined up, where it aligned with what God had for me. And so if you want to have a fulfilling life, if you want to have an impactful life, if you want to have a life of peace, of joy, however you want to define your life, these 4 things are going to help you get there. They seem simple. They seem, yes, nothing new under the sun. These are not new concepts. And yet I have to remind myself of them. And so I'm pretty sure that you could use a reminder as well. And if you already do these, amazing, keep going and recognize that you are taking the time to do the right things. You are putting your values first. And this year, that's what I want to help you do. I want to help you step into the self-awareness. I want you to align with who you are so you can shine your light and serve and make an impact and create a legacy and have this fulfillment. Realize that you're already significant, that God put you here for a reason, and you don't have to change jobs to make an impact. You can, right where you are, we get to make simple shifts to see why did he put you there? How did your life lead to this moment? Everything can be used for good. If you're interested, if you want to go and start this journey, or if you're starting it, if you're not really a starter, but you want to throw some gasoline on this, I have an 8-week, I was going to say trial by fire. It is not trial by fire. We are going to have a lot of fun. It's very intentional and it's very we're going to step by step going through this understanding who you are and how to get that significance because you've had the success. You know how to set goals and achieve them. Do you want them to matter? Do you want to see how you matter? This is what we're going to do. So Align and Shine is the name of the program. And it's the Purpose Accelerator and it doesn't mean that you have to stop what you're doing to live your purpose, but it is time to slow down and see what's already working and how God's wired you. So if you're interested, get on a call. Also, the second Thursday, so February 13th, I'm going to do a workshop. And you'll get more information of that all of the information is coming out really soon. The registration link, you need to register in order to get the Zoom link for this one. And it's going to be an hour, and I'm going to show you how you can have the significance that you're looking for, that you can step into your purpose and you can become who you want to be, who God's called you to be. And it doesn't mean changing everything in your life. How you can have it and how you can understand the value you bring and just pour gas on it without doing more things. And so I would just, if you're interested in this, if you have success and you're like, I want impact, I want significance, this workshop, this masterclass, that's for you. So stay tuned. It's coming very soon. In fact, it's probably, well, you'll have it very soon. I will make sure that you know about it. But I just want you to know how valuable you are, how much you mean to me, how much you mean, and even more so to the people in your sphere. I may not know you yet. I may not, but I know that if you're listening to this podcast, it is because God has put a calling on your life that is beyond you. He's put a calling, a dream in your heart that is to make an impact bigger than just something that is going to help you. It's to help the world. It's to help your people, your community. It's to help your kids, like make these ripple effects and make a life that you love. And so please consider slowing down to speed up. What does that mean? Does that feel like you're like, I don't want to slow down? It is a little bit challenging sometimes to slow down. It feels like you are taking a step back, but you're actually taking 3 steps forward. And so if you want to understand that, I have an elite purpose mapping session for you. This call is for those who want to take their purpose and they want to understand their significance. They want to understand how to make an impact. And this unique call, this special call it's 45 minutes. And we're going to dive into your purpose and we're going to create a map for what it means for you to live your purpose. So if you're interested in that, you can also stay tuned. It is coming. And well, I just deep in my heart, I want you to know how much you matter and how much we as a society, we need you to shine your light. And I want to help you do that. So if you're interested, reach out to me. I can send you direct links to any of the stuff. DM me on LinkedIn or Instagram, and I will send you the direct link as soon as it's ready. If you're interested and you want to know more, if you're ready, like Tami, I want one of those mapping sessions, then I can send you the link for that as well. And if you are interested in Align and Shine, because it is going to be 8 to 10 people, and that's it. And I already have several people interested in signing up. So this won't be the only time, but this is the time right now that you can sign up for it. And with that, I'm going to close. And I want you to know again that you matter, that I see you, your people see you, whether they are, a lot of times our kids don't see and don't say, Mom, I'm really thankful that you drop everything to help me take care of my emotional fits. Like they don't say that. But one day when they have their own families and they see what you've done for them, that's the moment that they realize that they want to be like you, that you gave them more than they even realized. So you're already doing the thing. So it's time that you recognize that and you see how amazing you are. With that, friend, I hope you choose joy until joy chooses you. Keep fighting for the impact and the peace and the legacy and the fulfillment and the joy that you're looking for. And knowing that the step to get it is to understand how God wired you. So if you want to know where you are, check out the quiz. And that is the first step to the first step to everything is recognizing it. So let's do this together. Let's get on this journey together and let's crush our 2025 goals. But let's do it in a way that brings energy and brings life to our worlds instead of just steals our energy and it's just another accomplishment and success that doesn't matter. All right, with that, friend, I will talk to you soon. Bye for now.